Hello there, this is Courtney with Courtney Talks, and I'm driving and talking. And what I want to talk about today is some things that I have seen on social media, in the news. I really don't watch the news anymore, but I watch it and catch it sometimes. I saw this what is it called, National Black Journalists forum with President Donald Trump, and there were three black African American women sitting up there. They were journalists. Now, first starting off with what I heard, I didn't like the level of disrespect that the man was being shown. I'm like, I'm sorry, like that's not cool, because if it was anyone else, you all would have showed that respect. If it was Bill Clinton, if it was Hillary Clinton, you would have shown the respect. If it was President Obama, you would have shown the respect. You would have just asked him how he was doing today, and then you would have jumped into the questions. Okay. So, just too much attitude for me. I also noticed there was no Kamala Harris. And I'm like, So I saw the committee chairman talking about it. He said that he invited both of the candidates. Kamala Harris didn't show up. Now, I also saw that they said that she didn't show up because she had a soror meeting and a funeral, I believe. Okay. I apologize. The soror meeting, no, it's not that deep. Now, the funeral, that's a situation. I hope and pray for peace for the family. Now, the whole soror thing, going to your sorority meeting, I didn't even understand why that was brought up, because if it was a funeral, that just should have been the main thing. Hey, I apologize, I'm not going to be able to show, I have a funeral to attend. No, I mean, I just feel like your sorority meeting isn't important, because you are a presidential candidate, and you said on, was that Twitter/X, that said that Donald Trump, if you have something to say about me, say it to my face. You said that he was scared to debate you. He didn't plan to debate her in September, simply because she wasn't the full-blown candidate yet, because she hadn't been voted in. She had been, in so many words, coronated, just given the position by Joe Biden, when in actuality you're supposed to be voted in. Republican side, Democrat side. So yeah, whatever. So I'm just like, okay, so she didn't show up. My mind just stuck to the sorority meeting. I just felt like, I understand how serious people take the fraternal and sorority situation, but you are a presidential candidate. This is more important, right? But the level of disrespect that this man was shown, and he showed up, was wild. And then to hear that they were 30 minutes late to starting this interview, whatever, at that point, I apologize. He's better than me. I probably wouldn't have went out there. 30 minutes you had me waiting, and then once I come out, you're being disrespectful. And some people will say, well, they were just asking him hard-hitting questions. No, they were asking gotcha questions. And hey, I personally thought some of how he conducted himself, hey, you are giving it and I'm gonna give it back. I didn't think he was being rude. I felt like, hey, he was putting them in their place. And then a question came up about Kamala Harris' nationality. Now, I am about tired of this. I am about tired of this. This woman is not black. She's not high yellow. She's not a black woman. She looks black. When I first saw Kamala Harris at the Democratic debate, the Democratic Party debate in, what was that, 2019? To see who was going to be the Democratic nominee for president, I thought that was a black woman. I did. But come to find out of her own mouth, she said she was Indian. Now, she didn't say it that night. I'm not saying that, but I saw an old interview of her talking about she was Indian American. That's when she was running for senator. Is that of California? And now we're black. And for me, as a black woman in America, and I just feel that's insulting to me, because that's all it takes for the black community to run out and vote for her because she said she was a thing that she's actually not. No, this is not okay. I am so tired of black people just being thrown things, and our community, well, my community, whoever's watching it, this falls for it, and it's just mind blowing. It's just mind blowing. I watched her rally in Atlanta. I didn't watch the whole thing, but what I saw was enough for pause. Enough for, really? That's all it takes? Meg Thee Stallion and Quavo? Meg? What? And then the Warnock pastor dude popping out after this? What is going on? I'm sorry, this is too much. Quavo goes up there and talks about standing on business, going out to vote, because we got to go stand on business. I don't need to hear your slang terminology. What, because I'm black, that's gonna make me go stand on business? What? Meg Thee Stallion body doing a little twerk for the audience with like a mock suit on with her stomach out. This is a presidential rally. What are we doing? I know it's Atlanta. I know, I view Atlanta as like the black entertainment capital, but what does that got to do with politics? And why do you couldn't find anybody else? You pulled out Quavo from the Migos and Meg Thee Stallion, Miss WAP? Are you? Black community, no, this is not it. And then the woman, Vice President Harris, gets up there and start talking. She was talking, and somewhere within that speech, speech, people did start leaving. Not a lot, but people did. I guess people just came to see the concert. She started talking about cooking greens in the tub when she was younger. I didn't believe that for 1 second. I'm like, what? You're Indian. I'm not saying Indian people don't eat greens, okay? I'm not saying that, but you're trying to identify as black, African American, to get the black vote. This happens every election year, people. The Democrat Party pops out caping and asking black people, not even asking, pretty much just telling you what you better do. Like Joe Biden said when he was running for president, when Charlemagne was interviewing him, and he just hollered off and said, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. I was so upset when hearing this white man pop out his face and say that. And Charlemagne, we're not talking about that, and try to move forward. And I was more upset that there wasn't more black people offended behind that. I'm not saying be sensitive and not be able to take anything. I'm saying, how dare you? This is a serious how dare you situation for me. How dare you? I remember reading in a comment on something on Instagram, and somebody posted that. I don't remember. I don't remember what it was on. And someone in the comments had put, and where is he lying at? Talking about Joe Biden when he said, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. And I looked at the person's picture. It was a young black woman. Where is the lie? So you're not black if you don't vote for this white man. I'm about tired of how black people in America get disrespected. And more black people should be tired. See, don't just talk about police and things of that nature, which, hey, I understand. I do. I have experienced some things in my life with police. But let's talk about it all. Let's look at it all. Look at how they have nothing for you. The Democrat Party, once they get your vote, they disappear for 4 years. They literally disappear for 4 years. Excuse me, I'm parking. But they literally disappear for 4 years, or until they need something from the black community. Isn't enough enough? Isn't enough enough? Now, far as Donald Trump, will I be voting for him? Yes, I will. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not because, oh, she loved white men. No. It's not about hating them, loving them, or nothing. It's about policy. Straight policy. What is going on right now? The Biden-Harris administration, the last 3.5 years has been a dumpster fire. Gas, no. Groceries, no. Every bill in my house that my husband and I pay went up except one, which is our cell phone bill. That didn't go up. But every bill went up. Thank the Lord he has provided us with means to take care of it. But what about the people that can't? What about the people that are struggling? don't get me started on prescription medicine. Come on now. Let's act like we have the sense God gave us. I remember in 2020, if you were black voting for Trump, you were made to feel like you were the sellout of sellouts. You were the coon of coons. In all honesty, I could say the same thing for voting for Kamala Harris. This woman is telling you she's black. She's not black. This is called pandering on steroids. I need something of substance. When President Barack Obama was in office, honestly, what did he do for black people but be a black man in office? Because when he could, he instantly did something for the LGBTQ community. Oh, okay. And one more thing. Yeah, I did. I voted for Donald Trump in 2016. Let me tell you why. When President Barack Obama was in office, no one brings this up anymore. Nobody acts like this was even a thing. It was the biggest thing for me. When he set out for the IRS, the 3-letter organization, to come after you, to come after me, to come after every hardworking American if you didn't have insurance. I thought we lived in a free society. That's why so many people want to come to America, right? That's why so many, I'm not calling them migrants. That's why so many are here. You want a better life, right? But Barack Obama was going to have the IRS audit and come after people. You was going to have to owe the IRS. And yeah, hey, it's good. You have insurance. But if you don't want it and you want to pay out of pocket, how's that the government's business? I'm just saying. So yeah, when I listen to Donald Trump, and see, I'm going to tell you something. I've never had a problem with Trump. I didn't know that all black people was supposed to hate the man because he was supposed to be a racist. I was trying to figure out, when was he a racist? I just knew him as a white businessman who had the craziest comb over hairdo and who had a wild orange tan. I just had no problem with this man. I can remember, what was that? I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I can remember Nelly making the song, "Let me in now, let me in now." Bill Gates, Donald Trump, "Let me in now, spin now." Yeah. I can remember Puffy liking him so much. Well, can't even bring him up because he is out of there. All of these rappers, entertainers, used to like Trump. Black entertainers, now he's all of a sudden a very wild racist. I'm sorry, people. Look, you do what you want to do. I'm just asking everybody, how have the last 3.5 years been for you? Has it just been peachy keen? Even if it has, I would love to know, the bills go up for you? And it doesn't mean that because a certain president gets in that everything's going to be great in your life. It's about the grand scheme of things. Something as basic as going to the grocery store. A carton of eggs should not be $5. A loaf of bread should not be almost $6. Milk, a gallon of milk should not be $5. Come on. Your gas. Again, why? The last time I had a decent, the last time I saw a decent price for some gas was in 2019 or 20, and it was $1.99. Hey, I'm just saying, $4, and then in some states it's $6 and $7. This is not cool. This is not okay. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. The gas fluctuates up and down every week. It's just crazy. So right now we're at $3.27 at Quick Trip. Hey, that's pretty decent, because I know when everything had went up, just skyrocketed, we were almost at $4, and I know that's decent, because some people are paying $6 and $7, and my heart goes out to you. This is wild. I don't know how anybody is living in California, because the things I be hearing is wild. Like, how are you? Woo! The cost of living has always been high in California. I understand that, but I don't know how people are dealing with it right now. I really don't. But hey, thanks for listening to my little rant. I just want the Black community to wake up to how they're playing in all of our face and saying, hey, I pissed on your leg, but you think it's that, but it was really rain. Like, no, it wasn't. Like, we know that was not rain. I'm just saying, come on. This is not a Black woman. This is not okay. I have not voted Democrat since the last time I voted for Barack Obama. I'll never vote for Democrat again. I do not feel that as a Black woman I have to do anything because of the color of my skin, because of how I was raised. I don't have to vote that way. And heck, if you want to vote that way, it is not my position. I should not rally against you. I could talk to you and try to convince you to look at the policies, but if you're against it, you're against it. Okay, that's none of my business, right? You should not, no one should be calling people Uncle Toms and sellouts because they want to do something different with their lives. But what I do have a real problem with is being told that somebody is something that you know for a fact they're not. You can Google a picture of Kamala Harris's family. Well, her dad is Jamaican, maybe with a drop of maybe Black Jamaican in him. What? This man looks very Indian. Very Indian. Did you know that white people live in Jamaica, born and raised? Just like South Africa, it is literal South Africans that are white. Elon Musk, he's a literal African American. He is from South Africa. The actress Charlize Theron, South African. These are white people. So there are Asians that live in Jamaica. There are white people that live in Jamaica. It is different nationalities in every country. That does not make her black now. It just doesn't. So anyway, again, like I said, thank you for listening to my rant if you tuned in. Like and subscribe if you can. See you on the next one.